Every morning, millions of men wake up and reach for their phones to send the same message, good morning. But here's the truth. Those two words have lost their meaning. They've become empty, routine, predictable. If you want to stand out, if you want to be remembered, you must learn to communicate in a way that awakens her emotions, not her notifications. Don't send the same dull text every man sends. Instead, send something that makes her smile from her soul. Something like, I woke up thinking about how grateful I am to have met someone with your kind of energy. Or, the way your words stayed with me last night made my morning feel lighter. Words like that build connection, not because they're poetic, but because they show attention, presence, and appreciation. Women don't fall for constant messages, they fall for meaningful ones. Every morning, when you reach for your phone, you have two choices: to be like everyone else or to be the one she remembers. Most men send the same tired, good morning, text without thought or emotion, and over time it loses all impact. It's not that women dislike attention, it's that they crave authenticity. When your message feels like a copy-paste greeting, it doesn't reach her heart. Meaningful communication isn't about what you say, but how you make her feel when you say it. Instead of sending something mechanical, take a moment to connect with your own emotions first. Think about what you genuinely appreciate about her, her kindness, her voice, the way she inspires you to be better. Then let that truth shape your words. Maybe you tell her, you crossed my mind this morning, and it made my day start in peace. Or, your energy always adds light to my mornings. These are not lines, they are reflections of sincerity, and sincerity always stands out. It's not about being poetic or romantic every time, but about being real. People feel truth through tone, through timing, through intention. When you shift from habit to meaning, she'll feel that difference instantly. And the more consistent you are with this kind of emotional presence, the stronger her trust and affection will grow. You'll no longer be another name in her notifications, but someone who touches her emotions even through simple words. That's the power of meaningful communication. It transforms ordinary moments into emotional connections, not by being loud, but by being real, grounded, and thoughtful. Every connection you build starts with the energy you carry within yourself. Before you send a message, before you speak to anyone, your inner state already communicates who you are. If you wake up rushed, tired, and distracted, your energy feels scattered, and no words, no matter how nice, can cover that. But when you wake up with calmness and gratitude, when you take a few moments to breathe, stretch, and feel alive, your energy becomes magnetic. That calm, balanced spirit naturally attracts others because it radiates peace and confidence. Building that energy starts from the moment you open your eyes. Drink a glass of water slowly, not out of routine, but as a reminder that your body deserves care. Step outside, feel the morning air, move your body gently, and remind yourself that life is not a race. When you fill your morning with intention instead of chaos, your heart becomes steady, and that steadiness shapes every interaction you have throughout the day. Energy isn't something you fake or force. It's something you create by nurturing your physical, mental, eating clean, getting sunlight, and keeping your thoughts positive are all small ways of saying, I value myself. And when you truly value yourself, others feel that too, especially women. They sense calm energy, they feel safe around it, and they are drawn to it. When your inner world is strong, you no longer chase validation through constant messages or empty words. You speak less but mean more, you do less but impact more. The real secret is not in what you text or say, it's in the peace and power you bring into every moment, showing that your energy comes from within, not from anyone's attention or approval. When you start taking care of your body, something changes deep within you. Confidence is not built through words or expensive clothes. It begins with how you treat yourself every single day. When you eat clean, your body thanks you with energy, clarity, and balance. A simple meal filled with natural foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and enough water becomes fuel not just for your body, but for your mind. You begin to think clearer, feel lighter, and move with purpose. Light exercise each morning, a walk, some stretches, or slow breathing, wakes up your muscles and releases tension that stress leaves behind. It tells your body, I respect you and I'm showing up for you. Over time, These small choices build a quiet kind of power. Your posture changes, your energy shifts, and people notice without you even saying a word. That's real confidence, not loud or forced, but peaceful and steady. Older adults, especially, can feel this transformation even more deeply because the body responds with gratitude when you give it care. You begin to look younger, move easier, and carry yourself differently. You smile more because you feel good, not because you're trying to impress anyone. And this natural glow becomes more attractive than any compliment you could send in a text. When you eat well, stay active, and rest properly, your energy speaks before you do. You stop needing validation because your confidence comes from your lifestyle, not from reactions. A healthy body builds a strong mind, and a strong mind builds a peaceful presence. That's the kind of energy that draws people toward you without effort, the kind that says more than any good morning text ever could. True attraction doesn't grow from the number of messages you send, it grows from the mindset you carry every day. A man who texts constantly but lacks direction, peace, or purpose ends up chasing validation instead of connection. When your thoughts revolve around whether she replied or not, you give away your power. But when you shift your focus inward, everything begins to change. Instead of starting your morning checking your phone, start it by checking your energy. Ask yourself how you feel, what you want to accomplish, and how you can make today meaningful. That mindset immediately separates you from the crowd. Women feel it when a man is grounded, calm, and sure of himself. They sense when his happiness doesn't depend on attention but comes from within. This type of mindset doesn't need constant reassurance because it's built on self-respect. It grows through small daily habits, eating clean, keeping your body active, maintaining discipline, and choosing peace over drama. When your mind is balanced, your communication becomes powerful without you even trying. A simple message carries depth because it's backed by emotional stability and confidence. You speak less but say more because your words come from clarity, not neediness. You become the kind of man who doesn't seek love out of emptiness, but shares love out of abundance. That's what truly attracts. Not the frequency of your messages, but the strength of your presence. When your mindset is healthy, your body follows, your tone changes, and your actions align with purpose. You stop needing to prove your worth, and instead, you naturally project it. The man who masters his mindset becomes irresistible, not because of what he says, but because of who he becomes when he learns to control his focus and energy. When you live with peace, health, and purpose, you naturally become a source of light that people feel drawn to. You stop needing to say too much because your presence already speaks for you. Every morning becomes a reflection of the energy you've built within yourself. When you wake up early, stretch your body, breathe deeply, and take a quiet moment to be thankful for life, you set the tone for your entire day. You begin to carry calmness in your eyes, strength in your voice, and warmth in your heart. That calmness is what people notice before you even say a word. A man who lives with balance doesn't need to send constant messages to prove that he cares. His lifestyle already expresses care, discipline, and intention. When you eat right, stay hydrated, and give your body rest, your mind becomes clearer, your mood steadier, and your energy peaceful. That energy radiates through everything: how you walk, how you speak, and how you make others feel. Women notice men who move with quiet confidence, who seem at ease with themselves, who glow from a life well cared for. You become the sunrise in someone's life when you start living like one, rising every day with purpose, bringing light where there's darkness and warmth where there's distance. You stop trying to impress with words and start inspiring through actions. People remember how you make them feel, and when your energy feels like peace, they'll crave it more than any good morning text. The real power isn't in chasing attention, it's in becoming the kind of person whose very presence feels refreshing, uplifting, and full of quiet strength. That's when you realize you no longer need to say much. Your life already says it all.